I'm going to, yep.
Hello, I'm Christopher Wilkinson, and I'm the translator of the Vajrasattva Mahatantra, and I'm reading it week by week. And today we're starting out on chapter 46, which is on page 343, explaining that there is nowhere to travel. Then again, that community that was a magnificent gathering presented their request to the holy Sattva Vajra with these words: You are the true nature of the untraveled pathway of all the victorious ones of the three times. The three times dawn on us to be the pathway of our hearts. O protector, my question to you is, what is the entity that you teach to be a path? For what purpose do you teach it to be a path? How are we to engage in a way for entering onto the path? And are there or are there not specifics that are in stages? O protector, speak to me. So did he address him. Then that holy Sattva Vajra gave instruction with these words: All of the dharmas in the 10 directions, with no exceptions, abide in the self-originating bodhicitta. It is a purpose that pacifies our exaggerations and depreciations. It is actually a heart that has no position or preference. With a heart that teaches majestic methods, anything we may understand with the logic of our awareness will not be any area that we may travel over, for we have cut through our hopes and fears. An uncontrived heart is a pathway for peace. We use the validations of grammar and logic to substantially put a stop to all our happiness. We take something that is insubstantial to be the substance of our memories. We inhibit our playfulness as we crave for emptiness. We use the logic of our conventional mental practices on the heart of the sky, which has no position, and with our craving we look for meaning in our clinging to positions. We fall into the 9 brilliant abodes of samsara. With views that are rude words, we politely elevate our own views to the top. Our resolutions in names and words create pride. Due to our craving, we see the fruits of our reversion. Our desires have no meaning. We seem to be protecting some structure. We will not meet up with the things that we desire. Our secret purpose is not copied and is not contrived. Just as moisture is summoned by its conditions, it is due to conditions that there appear to be individual rewards. This being so, to be unmistaken is the pathway that is holy. Our cravings for fantasy visions are the pathways of samsara. Thusness is a magnificent pathway that is very pure. It is the substance of an uncontrived pathway. The great secret of the secrets is the substance of us all. It is the root of everything, with no exception. With no mistake, the bodies of all Buddhas and sentient beings have come from this, and with no exceptions, they are gathered into this. This is why I teach its name to be a pathway. All the victorious ones who travel in bliss from the past, the present, and the future enter onto this path. They travel, they go, they are engaged. So it is actually a path. The secret path of all the Buddhas is a secret that is not available to everyone. This is why we teach the Dharma of the pathways, however many there may be. It is an elixir that brings everyone together. It is the pathway of the heart. It is for the sake of us all. It is the one taste. It is a path that is not to be traveled over by ourselves or any others. We do not search for any uncontrived understanding. So this is called a pathway where there is no work or quest. All of our greater virtues, however many they may be, are spontaneously perfected within a heart that is self-originating. Appearances melt into the heart of our awareness. The true nature of an empty circle is beyond being an object for our positions and preferences regarding cause and result. We are beyond all memory. There is nothing to attain or to discard. We understand the base, which is the purpose of our lives, and which is beyond being an object for our hopes, fears, contemplations, and practices. The heart of our awareness is a pathway that is logical. To be perfect is actually to be a heart that brings everyone together. Everything that we do not contrive is also a great bliss. The pathway of the heart for all the victorious ones is beyond causes and conditions. It is not compounded. We are beyond positions and preferences. We swirl within our hearts. We have no hopes or fears. Our level is a great bliss. We are beyond ideas and practices. We do not move. We have no positions that are obstructed. We truly are the sky. We shine in our abandonment. We are beyond giving things up and taking them in. When we are not distracted, we touch upon our contemplations. There is only one reason for our uncontrived secrecy. We use the contemplation of our own cravings as a logic that craves for ideas about what we see, and with differences that gradually become clear, our real purpose has but one taste in our hearts. And when we clearly understand that to have no position is to be like the sky, all the specific qualities of the Buddhas and sentient beings and the paths and levels, however many there may be, are like the salt in the waters of the ocean. They have one taste, and there is not the least bit of difference. The playfulness of great bliss is self-evident. We are spinning on a wheel of uncontrived awareness. At the moment, our intellects look without position at the sky, which has no end or middle. They will not move away from a stable and indivisible clarity. Anything that appears to the eye of an astounding jewel is gathered within it and has no actual family. Without traveling anywhere, we go to the other side. On the path of great bliss, we have no hopes or fears. That is what he said. From the great Tantra that is equal to the end of the sky, this is chapter 46, explaining that there is nowhere to travel. Chapter 47, page 349. Wisdom that excludes nothing. Then again, the community of self-evident playfulness that had gathered addressed the holy Sattva Vajra with these words: Pervasive master, umbrella over every wheel, you who work to remove the darkness of ignorance, master of the clarity of self-originating wisdom, O protector, my question to you is, for what reason do you say wisdom to explain things? Speak for one moment on the enumeration of wisdom. What is its true essence? Just what is the moment of its dawning? O protector, you must speak to me. So did he address him. Then the holy Sattva Vajra gave instruction with these words: Our self-originating wisdom is a sun that is pure. It dawns without taking any position. It works to clear away the darkness of our ignorance, which we have taken in through time without beginning. From the beginning, the wheel of our awareness is a wheel of awareness for which there is no measure of its vastness. The glorious sky is a sky that is open. It bears the heart that brings forth all the Buddhas. From the beginning, our wisdom has been self-originating, so I am talking about wisdom. It is self-originating and bears the hearts of us all. It is actually the heart of all the bodies, speech, and minds of all the Buddhas, with no exceptions. Those who live by the way that encompasses all things use the magnificent method of an exemplification that makes things clear to know what this means. So this is wisdom. The true nature that brings everyone together is actually the wisdom that clarifies everything. Our pervasion employs the characteristics of the sky to stamp all our positions and boundaries with a seal. The ocean of wisdom has no shore. The thoughts of our disciples, however many there may be, are innumerable in the differences in what they revere. We may count them, but it will be just so many. Our immeasurable wisdom is inconceivable. Our self-originating wisdom is beyond any enumeration, and one or five or six or some other. We are like the sky that never touches on any end. All of the mandalas that are the things that we must know, with no exceptions, are spontaneously realized without any confusion. All of the motives of our memories and ideas about the apparent world are, with no exceptions, our wisdom. It is actually beyond any position or enumeration. Many things arise in the accounts of our discipline. These are our self-evident wisdom. They appear to be appropriate for us personally. The true nature that brings everything together is with no contrivance the heart of our purpose. Our awareness is unborn. Its limits are infinite. We watch a man who is going into a picture of a shining mirror. Just so, when we have no positions or preferences, everything is evident. When there are no obstructions or coverings, we are apparent to everyone. The mind, the Dharma, and the sky are indivisible and uncontrived. That is actually how it is. This is the contemplation of all the victorious ones. The heart that is enlightened is a space for perfection. It is actually a nature of uncontrived freshness. An immeasurable wisdom dawns within our essence. In thusness there are a variety of mudras. The heart of our awareness, of our stable and moving memories and ideas, is beyond our cravings for origins and engagements. This is actually a great wisdom. Our true wisdom has been uncontrived from the primordial. It is actually an essence that has no beginning or end, and that we do not divide. In the time of our self-originating hearts, we use our diligence in anything that we quest for or practice, to practice austerities for hundreds of eons or more. And we use our samadhi to work towards success, and our true reward is our own level. When we immerse ourselves, we will change due to the power of our realization. As for the time in which we understand, we immerse ourselves and we go to the end. It is truly the time for our own level, the time in which our contrivance, craving, and conceptualizations arise is such that for eons, as many as the atoms in a field, we will work to study yogas that are contrived. But by the force of our exertion in serving the holy ones, they will use their methods to teach us, and things will actually be clear. One who immerses himself in what is truly self-originating will use the stages there are in magnificent methods that are secret, so that everything they have not found in eons will appear in their completion of a single purpose. When we explain that thusness is in the present, it is understood. This is a great purpose that is not a hassle. It is like the knowledge that comes from an explanation of our delusions. Everything, with no exceptions, is a self-originating wisdom. From this point onward, we understand everything. The way that we see things temporarily that appeared to us in the past, in our self-originating wisdom, is one. From our first seeing up until we reach the end, time, which has no beginning or ending, is the single way for the thusness in our hearts. In the essence of the present, we see that we are equal, like the form of a single color, or the planets and stars arrayed in the sky, or the earth domain where the flowers are born. Our lack of confusion is actually a wisdom that is clear. We are unfathomable, like the end of the sky. That is what he said. From the great Tantra that is equal to the end of the sky, this is chapter 47. Wisdom that excludes nothing. And chapter 48, page 355. Explaining the transmission. Then again, the community that had gathered addressed the holy Sattva Vajra with these words. The heart of shining wisdom, that is the knowledge of all the victorious ones of the three times, sees every field and domain throughout the three times. O protector, my question to you is, in the prophecies on a time that has not yet come, what is the time in which we will live in our own spirits? What is it that is called the time of corruption? How will it happen that this astounding vehicle that is secret, spread and fail? Do yogins whose understanding is not contrived think that time is good or bad, or not? Speak clearly to the community that has gathered. That is what he asked. Then the Lord of the secrets of all the victorious ones spoke with these words. With regard to the contemplations of the victorious ones of the three times, the heart that is uncontrived and is self-originating, and the awareness that understands yoga, we do not imagine that they are different through the three times. But due to the power of our cravings and understandings, they appear to be three things. So there are prophecies about the times that have not yet come. As for time, I teach that it has 5 aspects. The heart of the teachings is actually unfathomable. I am teaching through the doorway of a lineage. For this reason, we use a lamp that is for gods and humans, so that the unfathomable might be taught. There is a time in which logic appears to be real. Then, even though we have a variety of training methods, in our effort to teach that everything is impermanent, we teach that there is some nirvana. After we destroy the body that is like a Vajra, we then live in an awareness of this teaching. As for the time of our real understanding, it will come. This being so, the mean do not understand, for they are hindered by the methods which they are required to know, until everything appears to be words and letters. We will use this lamp for our work. Those who live in dependence on this, at the time they are dwelling on words and letters, will attribute something to be the meaning of these things. So they will use the special qualities of their own senses. They will work through the outer and inner dharmas and their awareness to reject, cleanse, and abolish things. Once they understand, they will remain on the pathway that they crave. They will realize an overwhelming exhaustion in their immersion into the mind of clarity that is peaceful abiding and higher seeing. They will appear by the power of their union and by conditions. They will understand the conditions for being an arhat, and they will go to the other side. They will surely attain the reward that is their own level. Things will definitely happen in this way, and due to the deviance within their diversions, they will fail. A manifestation who is a bodhisattva will work toward making this appear once again. Then, due to their desire to use austerities and samadhis to realize things quickly, they will magically conform with the kriya, the both, and the yoga, so that anyone who practices through these doorways will use mantras, mudras, and samadhis, and will go on to the level of total liberation. Then some people who crave will use the power that comes from gathering in harmony to avoid practicing any vows of austerity. And those who crave for the 5 kinds of desire will practice for the sake of discipline. And because of this, the true vehicle that is the most secret of the great secrets will spread at the center of Jambu Island. Then they will go to the level of the vision keepers, using Vajradhara's vehicle. They will be placed on the level of the gods, humans, and vision keepers. First, in the 3 abodes of the gods, Then, in the center of Jambu Island, this contemplation will gradually descend, and it will be evident to those who have fortune. In the wish-fulfilling house of God, and at the Vajra throne that is at the heart of our enlightenment, in the land of Kashmir, and in Oregon, it will gradually descend and it will become famous. Through the door of their working on these things, they will actually attain rewards. Then it will be famous everywhere. Many scholars will appear, and they will argue about their philosophical conclusions. They will make lamps of vision for 18 different kingdoms. Then this will spread throughout the lands of the frontiers, and it will go to the places of the fortunate ones. Then the unfortunate who bedevil the holiness of this secret will wander in the abodes of horrible lives. Scholars will support the Dharma that teaches of blessings. It will not fail, but will retain its blessings. It will be famous everywhere and will be available. Then the vehicle of secrets will be secreted and be evident only to the few. And it will happen that there is compassionless killing and the practice of what must not be done. Then, due to their differing beliefs, they will use the philosophical conclusions that they personally agree with to lay blame on things that are holy. The blessings of their Dharma will be small. Due to their corruption, reverted Dharmas will spread. Because we do bring together all of the ordinary vehicles, our secret purposes will be blamed. Then, due to the full maturation of this, we will die when it is not yet our time, and our obstacles will be many. Disease, famine, war, and many kinds of sorrow will appear throughout the kingdoms. This is taught to be a time of trials. The fortunate who are liberated without seeking it, the playful who do not reject the 5 kinds of desire, and the living beings of corrupt times will fall under the control of emotional problems and cravings. And while their reverence may be small, and they may be weak in their struggles, they will desire to understand every philosophical conclusion, and so the uncontrived great perfection will appear to be a holy vehicle during times that are corrupt and times when we are not, when we are connected. Moreover, due to the blessings of its compassion, in the palatial abode that is the pure home of the gods, this vehicle of playfulness that does not reject anything will become famous throughout the 3 abodes of the gods. Then, by the blessings of its compassion in the tiny nation of Odhyana, the lineage of the mind will open the door to self-originating awareness for one with the stylish locks of awareness, the Lord of secrets, who is the King of the holy ones, who is a mighty Lord that is a manifestation, and whose body is a Vajra. In the cave of Dashud, in the land of Kosha, for a child of the victorious ones, with the heart of a further manifestation, he will impart the empowerment of the Brahmanic universal vase. Then he will teach this transmission of the Aral lineage. Then a child of his heart, who is a further manifestation, will teach this in the center of Jambu Island to the community of the fortunate audience that will gather. It will spread everywhere, and as it grows, fortunate ones who are sure about what is holy will go to the level of Buddhahood. As for the river of the unfortunate, It will be hidden at the center of Jambu Island by these things. Then it will be propelled by the blessings of compassion and by faith and prayer, and it will become available in the frontier nations. Those who hold the lineages of the families that have glory will understand the meaning of uncontrived awareness, and in just a single instant, they will be liberated. This magical word of the secret oral lineage will not actually be evident to some who hold to the families of secrets, for they are reverted and mean. They will drown the instructions of the oral lineage, this vehicle of secrets. They will maintain their resolve for reverted views and practices. They will crave for sounds and signs. They will teach many gatherings of both those who have and do not have good fortune. They will crave for gurus with their own ideas. They will explain things according to their own cravings for personal experience. They will toss off the pathway that is very difficult. Then they will work at the karma of craving for emotional problems. They will berate the ordinary vehicles, and because they crave their emotional problems, the heart of the teachings will fail by force of their arguments. Then, in the center of Jambu Island, fortunate ones will become connected, and they will rise up. Then it will spread throughout the lineages in the southern direction. It will also spread in the direction of the west, in the northern direction, and in the eastern direction. This vehicle of uncontrived perfection will work as a lamp for whatever may appear. There will also be holy ones who have good fortune. They will go on to the level of total liberation. Those who cut off the pathway to the treasure of the oral lineage have pride in their reverted views and practices. Those who crave for signs and words will fall upon the Vajra needle. This heart of self-originating enlightenment is present in the hearts of everyone. Our sentience does not change through the three times. In our uncontrived sentience, there is no change. In the same way, those who have prophecies will use their methods to teach our uncontrived purpose to students who are the fortunate children of the victorious ones. Then their audience will understand what it means to be liberated by ourselves. Changes through time do not exist. This is a present that has no before or after. When our understanding is not contrived, we go to the other side. This will happen in the end times. That is what he said. From the great Tantra that is equal to the end of the sky, this is chapter 48, explaining the transmission. Chapter 49, page 363. Explaining the division of the 9 spaces. Then again, that community that was a great gathering addressed the holy Sattva Vajra with these words: You are the true nature of all the teachings, of all the victorious ones of the three times. You are the treasure that is the place of origin for all things, with none excepted. O protector, my question to you is, if you say that we are one in our self-originating hearts, how would there be any division into 9 spaces? Why is it that it is called space? On what occasion and how will it arise? What is our need for these things? O protector, will you speak to me? So did he address him. Then Sattva Vajra gave instruction to the community that had gathered with these words. Each and every one of the dharmas, however many there may be, are completely without differences in any case. In the vehicle of self-originating perfection, there are no dharmas that do not come together. The dharmas that appear naturally, all of our memories and awarenesses, be they external or internal, all of the particulars about the teachings, and all of the specific teachings, however many there may be, are like the ocean and the waves. There does not exist something else that is not self-evident awareness. This is the heart of a vehicle that has come forth by itself. This is the true identity of all the teachings, the master of all the teachings that have come forth by themselves. It is the root of all the vehicles. Differing forms do not appear in the perfection of our uncontrived hearts. There are no dharmas that may be divided into parts, but the heart of our playfulness arises in the nine. Our view is a space that has no position or preference. Our practice is a practice that we do not accept or reject. We take heart in having no end or middle. We use self-originating methods to empower our understanding. We do not transgress our self-originating purpose. Being beyond all works and quests, our good works are perfect. With no exceptions, our memories and thoughts are a space for samadhi. Unobstructed wisdom has no position or preference. We do not work or hunt for rewards that are spontaneously realized. The particulars of our playfulness dawn as being nine, but in the bodhicitta they are not different. All of the dharmas, however they may appear, are an essence of self-originating perfection. In our memories and ideas about our fields of practice, whether external or internal, and all our happiness and sorrow that is high or low, our causes, conditions, and essences are not different. It is like using water to spin a wheel. A picture of a wave will appear nonetheless. It will be present as a single essence. Just so, all of our memories and ideas, just as they appear and are well known to be, are spread out in a space of self-originating emptiness. The transmission of enlightenment brings everyone together. It is our natural abode, our understanding, and every field of practice that goes on to the end. It has no position or preference, and it will not be removed. For these reasons, it is called space. We do not live by looking at others. Our differences, what we negate and prove, our dualistic grasping at cause and result, and all the rest, these are positions and preferences that may be removed. This is why the true heart of our vehicle uses an awareness of great methods that are secret to elucidate the meaning that is hidden in nine darknesses and to spread throughout a space that has no position or preference. This is truly the heart of a self-originating vehicle. There does not exist more than one real power. But due to the differences in people's intellects, there appear to be the aspects of a base, a path, and a reward. The nine spaces that we abide in naturally, the nine spaces of our uncontrived understanding, and the 9 spaces of our compassionate playfulness appear to be separate in their particulars due to the situation. Our uncontrived playfulness is self-evident. Our understanding of the designations that we crave is self-evident. Not to distinguish the difference between these two is an intellect that is stupid. We do not put what is truly real into any order. We use resolute words of haughty pride for hedonistic practices of the 5 kinds of desire, which are reverted. The people of this time are like monkeys who are trapped in a pit. We follow the trails of bad gurus. Then we fall upon the Vajra needle. We are lost to the family of the bodhicitta. The true essence of our uncontrived perfection is beyond any statement of our symbols, words, or cravings. When we talk about our cravings for signs, symbols, and words, we are laughing at what they mean. The purpose of all the vehicles is taught to be perfected in this, and they are taught pervasively without confusion. This is why this is the teaching on the specific qualities of the 9 spaces. Regardless of how it may appear, this self-originating heart does arise, and for this reason everything comes together in our minds, like the contraction and expansion of the waters of the ocean. A single purpose perfects us all, with no exceptions. This is the innermost heart that is the heart of the 9 spaces. It is taught with the magical word of the Vajra. We understand it through the experience of uncontrived awareness. The particulars of our teachings, however many there may be, are all brought together in the purpose in our hearts. At the instant in which we understand the real meaning, we will understand all of the teachings in a single moment. As it is with the form of our heart and our taste, however things may appear, we experience them as one. There are no differences. Our essence is one. Our true natures are pervasive, like the end of the sky. The teachings of compassion are displayed like the stars. The ocean of our samadhi is profound like the wind. Our practice takes no position. We practice at everything we do. There is nothing whatever that does not come together in the 9 spaces. That is what he said. From the great Tantra that is equal to the end of the sky, this is chapter 49, explaining the division of the 9 spaces. Chapter 50, page 369. Explaining that the root of the 9 spaces is one. Then again, that community, that great gathering, addressed the holy Sattva Vajra with these words. You are the true nature of all the Buddhas, with no exceptions. We are perfected in your body, speech, and mind. In the essence of the indivisible Vajra, we are one. O protector, my question to you is, regarding the teachings on the 9 spaces, however many there may be, how is it that the essence of our presence is one? How is it that the method for our understanding is one? What is the experience of awareness? How is it that the specific quality of our reward is one? What about the need for us to teach about the one? Please explain these things to us. So did they address him. Then that Mahasattva, the Lord of Secrets, gave instruction with these words: O community who has gathered, it is like this. With no exceptions, it is from out of the true nature of the mind that causes and results, the path and its rewards, our base path and result, Buddhas and sentient beings, and all the rest. The true nature that brings us all together gathers everyone in the outer and inner vessel and its contents into an experience of the sky. Just so, all the dharmas that we are aware of, be they visible or empty, in their self-originating royalty, are primordially one. As for the true nature that has no beginning or end, it is the true nature of every dharma. We are joined together with the end of the sky. So we live within the essence of a Vajra heart. In the radiant true nature of the sky, the dharmas that do appear, however many they may be, will be present without any confusion of their stages. However, in their essence they are one. Just so, all of the infinite dharmas are essentially one in that they do not give birth to our sentience. As our true nature is to live without contrivance, those whose dharma it is to work along our trails, and all their teachings on grammar, logic, validation, and their infinity of contrived unions, which come to them through their lineages, will not find them for eons as many as the sands of the Ganges, through their projection and hunting. We do not abide by such methods as the yoga of conceptualization. We do not observe them. All of their explanations use the blessings of a direct perception of Buddhahood, but they do not teach others and they have no lineage. So we use the Brahmanic empowerment of the universal vase to teach them. We teach that all the great methods are one. When we meet with fortunate ones, due to karma, we use the way of blessed contemplations to teach them. When someone is attached to their experience of awareness, he uses his mind and his experience to understand things clearly. When it is difficult to meet up with those who are reverent, we teach them by way of the magical words of the oral lineage. The unfortunate are obstructed by their karma. We may teach them something about the particulars of our methods, but in all things we are like mirrors. We may look at them, but a reflection will not appear. There is not more than one comprehension or understanding of what we teach as the special quality of our methods. It is like the water of the ocean. Those who understand, using a purpose that is real, will have the resolve of a first awareness. Any of the outer and inner fields of practice that they employ in their awareness and memories to elucidate, with no exceptions, are like going to an island of jewels, or like savoring the experience of an elixir that overflows, or like the knowledge that clears away delusions. We savor the experience that our awareness is one. A mind that totally cuts through hopes and fears grows into a great wisdom that has no position. In its uncontrived freshness, our experience is one. There are no dharmas that would separate the three times. We are one in an essence that has no before or after. The wisdom that we understand is not distracted, like waves of water or colors or water and water bubbles. We start out with a day, a month, and on to infinite 10 millions of eons. We are like the ocean's essential wetness. We abide within our true essence without meditating. Our views, practices, and samadhis are of one taste. We are like the sky. We have no measure, and as the great emptiness maintains all forms, our blessings turn out to be a basis for our abilities and forces. Reality for all the Buddhas of the three times is that the body of the Dharma is the abode for our every reward. There are no entities of any kind that are not hearts that originate by themselves. Those who teach that thusness is real and the clinging to substances that is a craving for a dualistic grasping at causes and results are actually to be liberated. Fortunate people who have families are to be settled on levels that are not contrived. In order to do this, we teach the root of the 9 spaces to be one. Thusness is the true nature of the sky. Just so, we totally give up on the substantial and the insubstantial. Our great circle is totally perfect, so we are asking from out of the space of a circle that contracts and expands. That is what he said. From the great Tantra that is equal to the end of the sky, this is chapter 50, explaining the roots of the root of the 9 spaces is one. Chapter 51, page 375. Putting things into order with an enumeration of their meanings. Then the community of self-evident manifestations that was the audience for this great gathering addressed the holy Sattva Vajra with these words. You are the true nature of the victorious ones of the 3 times, a master of the sentience of the 9 precious spaces, a treasure that is the teaching of all the Buddhas. O protector, my question to you is, how are we to use the key of spoken words, the Tantra on the uncontrived Vajra heart, to understand that our hearts are uncontrived? Speak to me on the way this is explained. So did he address him. Then that holy Sattva Vajra gave instruction with these words. If the secret treasure that is the body, speech, and mind of all the victorious ones of the 3 times, the Tantra that is equal to the end of the sky, and the Buddhas and sentient beings who are joined together with the end of the sky, are not to be separated, we are able to live together, for we have dwelt in spontaneous perfection from the primordial. The act of immersion into some precious path is like being an insect who travels without direction. Reverted views and practices will appear in any case, but we are not conscious of any reverted anxieties. Once we depend on the pathway of spoken words, an understanding of ultimate truth will arise. At first, we are introduced to the meanings of the symbols. Second, we meet up with the meanings. Third, we lose the meanings. Fourth, we enter into an uncontrived transmission. The first is a time to put things into order. The second is a time to put things into order. The third is a time for finding what is sure. The fourth is when we come to a resolution. The Upadesha instructions that are a language of detailed guidance, the Upadesha instructions for a sure resolve, the Upadesha instructions for a penetrating awareness, and the space of our wisdom are taught in stages. The ocean of wisdom has no thoughts. We have no conceptions that are distracted or not distracted. Our true contemplation is to abandon hopes and fears. We enter into an equality with the end of the sky. At first, we practice a collective reverence. Second, we are actually sky Vajras. Third, we wish for a method to train living beings. This is taught during the inconceivable times when our sorrows are associated with our strife and our projections. We use a great bliss to take things into our experience. At first, we are engaged due to our reverence. Second, we are engaged due to our way of conceptualizing things. Third, we turn to resolution. At first, a person who has awareness is secondly a person who understands. Third, he is a person who goes on to the end. At first, we have a conception of our own spirits. Second, our apparent memories are superficial. Third, we shine in our true non-contrivance. At first, our knowledge lacks skill. Second, it is our conception of skill. Third, we teach that we are truly uncontrived. At first, we take virtue seriously. Second, we do not accept either one. Third, we practice both virtue and sin. At first, our contemplation is one-pointed. Second are the contemplations that we understand. Third, we teach our lack of any position or preference. With no exceptions, our memories and understandings are a supreme samadhi. All appearances are experiences of awareness. Without any traveling, our awareness is at the level of space. In a single moment, we are set upon the level of Buddhahood. We do not seek it. It is truly to be realized spontaneously. We are beyond any causes, conditions, or searches. We are self-originating, like light or jewels. This is not a reward that will come from someone else, that we will work toward, seek, or travel toward. We are like the waters of the ocean and the waves. We appear to be a multitude, but nothing else is happening. In our self-originating and spontaneously perfected rewards, every purpose, be it of ourselves or others, is present in its perfection. We do not move away from being a single essence, but our playfulness for the sake of others is of infinite hundreds of thousands. What is this like? It is like a thought that is agreeable. The blessings of what we do spread out like light. This teaching of the uncontrived great perfection, this oral lineage, is beyond the objectives of logic. When we lack the resolve of an uncontrived purpose, we employ transmissions, languages, and mental practices. We are like boulders at the bottom of the sea. When he lacks the experience of self-evident understanding, how will a person who works for the welfare of others gain freedom on the other side? They are both like monkeys snared in a pit. Once they have fallen for the ends of samsara, they will have no freedom from the abodes of hope and fear. That is what he said. From the great Tantra that is equal to the end of the sky, this is chapter 51, putting things into order with an enumeration of their meanings. And that gets us to 381. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Chris. Thank you very much.
Turn off the recording.
Just a second.